So we got Maria here.
Hello.
Maria is one of my good friends from sports band. So we are going to have our first beginner lesson on guitar. So to start, we're gonna set one of these up for you. So these are kind of like a foot prop, and it goes on your left foot. So you'll put it up there like so.
Oh, okay. That's nice.
And then when it comes to holding the guitar, you want to hold it with this part kind of on your left thigh. And this prop actually helps because it's a lot harder to do it when you don't have the prop. So I'll just give that to you. See how it feels. Because I know an issue that I had was I was playing it completely different. Like I had it on my right thigh and that was completely wrong. So that's one thing that I took away when I started learning guitar. Otherwise, we're also going to teach you how to hold a pick. And this is also really cool because I didn't know that I was doing it wrong at one point. So you're going to start out with your right hand. And you're going to put your thumb right here in the center. And then instead of going like this, like you would think this is how you would normally hold a pick with just the top part of your pointer behind it, you actually want to go more for that middle joint.
Oh, okay.
So right here, because I'll take this back and show you. So our friend Max, who's a guitar player in our class, he was telling us that, if you kind of hold it like this, you don't really get a very crisp stroke with it. Whereas if you hold it like this, it's a lot more stronger, you have more control over it. So I'll give this back to you. And then, so yeah, you start out with your thumb in the center, and then your knuckle like that. There you go.
Cool.
All right. So we're gonna start out with learning the first 3 notes on the 6th string, or our low E string.
Okay.
So our first note is just gonna be open, and that's E. So if you just wanna give her a little, So that's our E string. And then we go by frets then. So if you put your pointer on this first fret here, right at the corner,
Like
that's
on
gonna
it or
just right before it, a little bit. So, because if you try doing it on, like put your finger on the fret.
Ooh.
Yeah. So you always want to do it a little bit before. So, So you have first fret is F, and then 3rd fret you're gonna use your ring finger. So you're gonna stretch it over here.
Oh, okay.
And that's going to be your G. So let's go over those again. So E is open. Then we have F on the first fret. And then 3rd fret's G. Yeah.
Nice.
Sounding good already. So this is actually really low, but yes, so E is going to be just below the 3rd space below the staff.
Okay.
And then F will be right on the 3rd space below the staff. And then G will be under the 2nd space below the staff. No, 2nd line below the staff.
Okay.
So let's see here. How about we practice through some of these? Let's do that. So, and then also, so down here we have tablature, and when it means 0, that means open on that string, because these are also the string lines.
Oh, okay.
So, 6th string. So if you ever want to learn to read tab, this is kind of how it would work. So the 0 means it's open, and then the 1 means 3rd, or 1 means
First
first,
fret.
first fret, and then 3 means third fret. Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, let's start out with first notes on number 2,
Okay.
and let's try at this tempo.
Wait, nope, yep.
Oh yeah. Here, I'll count you.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. F, 2, 3, 4.
Oop.
So two measures of each
Oh,
note.
okay, I see.
Okay, I can put this a little closer.
Thank
too.
you.
You want it a little
glasses.
higher up too?
Maybe just a little. Thank you. There we go.
Oh, stay. It's kind
Okay.
of slowly going down, so we'll just deal with it.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
So
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. F, 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
did I miss a measure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right here.
Yep.
So yeah, let's try that one more time just to make sure that we're playing everything right. So 1, 2, ready, go. Yeah.
Cool.
I like it, and I want some more of it. Okie dokie. Let's go on to our next one and do stay down.
Okay.
So, with this one, it's saying play, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, when you go to play G, it's challenging you to also keep your first finger down on F when you go to play G.
Okay.
So, if I'll mirror for you. So, if you were going, so it's asking you to continue holding down the first fret when you go to the third to play G, and don't release it until it's absolutely necessary to play open B. So, this is even a habit I got into playing with electric bass. That way, if, or at least the best way I can explain it from what I figured why you were supposed to do this, is it helps decrease the tension just for all of it being in one finger to push down the string. So this way, you also have more force on the string. So then you don't get like a really odd funny sound like, wait, because sometimes, yeah, you can get like a really uneven sound or not a very strong sound.
So is your finger supposed to be right next to the fret, or could it be more a little bit off?
They usually recommend that you be as close to the fret as possible
Okay.
without it being on.
Okay.
But I know with chords that can sometimes be a challenge, which we'll get to in a little bit here. But because I know I struggle with that. But yeah, they recommend usually you being just as close to the fret as possible. And then one thing that also helps too is your thumb placement on the back.
Oh.
So you don't want it just out like this, because I even learned this with string techniques, is if you have it like this, you're not setting your wrist and your fingers up for success pretty much. So if you kind of have it like right in the center, and then kind of make a curved C, it makes it quicker, your fingers quicker able to respond.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So, yeah. So by the looks of it here, we're just gonna go up and down with those 3 notes. So we have,
Oh my gosh.
So how's that feel? Little bit of a
Little.
stretch?
A little awkward, but we'll get there.
Alright. So it has us starting out on open, so E. And then we're going to first. F, yep. Then G. Back down to F. Open. F. G. F. E. F. G. F. And this is where it's a little different. You go back up to G. And then you go down to F. G. So basically this whole measure repeats itself 3 times, and then once you get to that F on the end of the 3rd time, you go back up to D and then come down. So, ready to give it a shot?
Yes.
Alright.
Okay.
1, 2, ready, go. That was pretty good.
Thanks.
I like that.
Ah,
That sounded
that was
great.
cool. Wow.
I can make music.
Yeah.
And then I'll give you the option. So we can either learn flamenco move, otherwise we're gonna go on to the next page and learn I think it's the A minor ensemble.
Okay, so those chords.
Yeah. So we're gonna be doing both the melody and the chords. And
Ah.
each song uses the same 3 chords, which we'll be going over here in a second.
Mhm.
But and also with A minor ensemble, you'd be learning 3 more notes. So you'd be learning the 5th string.
Oh, okay. So this is 6th, this is 5th.
Yep, and then
Okay.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh.
Yeah. But otherwise, A minor ensemble, yeah, you'd learn 3 more notes on top of what you already know.
Mhm.
And then you'd still be using the same chords, plus 1 more, which is A minor.
Okay.
But if we go with flamenco, you're just using 6th string, and then the first 3 original chords we're going to go over, which is E, flamenco F, and flamenco G.
Cool. Let's give that a try.
Flamenco? Okay. Shoot. Fun fact about flamenco, it's a Spanish folk music.
Kind of wondered that with the flamenco.
Yeah, kind of like the dance, because I think there's like a certain ballroom dance called flamenco too. So I think this is actually the same melody. Yes, it is. So this is the same melody for the actual flamenco duet that you could do with
Ah.
somebody. So we're gonna learn the melody first, and then we'll learn the chords, and then play the chords to that song.
Okay.
So for flamenco mood, you start out on E. So it's E, 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 F, 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 G, G, F, F, E, F, E, E, F, E. So it's a lot of E and F.
Okay.
You only use G like 2 or 3 times. Yeah. So let's give it a shot here.
Okay.
G, G, yeah, you did it right. It sounded right. You're doing good.
Just the smoothness of the rhythm.
Yeah, let's just practice it at a
Cool.
tempo here. So how about 1, 2, ready, go.
Oop. Nope.
Yep, it's all right. 1, 2, ready, go. was really good.
Cool.
Do you want to go through that maybe 1 or 2 more times and then we'll go
Yeah.
on to chords?
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Get my metronome ready in my hands.
Okay.
1, 2, ready, go.
Ooh.
We'll try that again.
Okay.
1, 2, ready, go.
Ooh. Missed the fret.
It's okay. Practice makes perfect.
Yeah.
1, 2, ready, go. There we go. How
One more
about
time?
one more time?
Okay.
And then we'll go on to learning chords.
Sweet.
So, 1, 2, ready, go.
Ooh.
Want to try that again?
Yeah, that'd be
All right.
good.
1, 2, ready, go.
Cool.
All right, so now we got 3 chords to learn, so then we can play the chords to this song.
Okay.
So, our first chord that we're going to be learning is E, which is
Mhm.
right up here. So, what's really handy with this is that the lowest note, so this is where your 6th string will be, and
Okay.
this is your 1st over here. And these little open ones at the top mean that you don't put your fingers on those strings.
Oh, okay.
And then these,
5, 4, and 3. Is what we're using for strings?
so we're going to be, for E, we're going to be on, 5, 4, and 3.
Okay.
And then here it also shows you where you would do them in fret placement, and also what fingers you would use.
Okay.
So if you're numbering them 1, 2, 3, I believe, yeah.
First. Third.
Yep, so here maybe I can even mirror too to help.
Yeah.
So it's saying that they're gonna want your pointer to be on the 3rd string,
Oh, yeah.
and then your, I'm gonna do this, there we go, it feels better. And then your 2nd and 3rd finger to be on the 2nd fret of the 4th and the 5th string.
Oh, I see.
So then if you were to strum it with your pick, you could go, ooh, that did not sound good, 1 second. I think this is out of tune a little bit. Yeah, it's out of tune. 1 second. Cool thing too to learn is if you ever want to tune a string, if you go to the 5th fret,
Okay. They should be the same.
fingers are too fat.
Would you like to pick?
Sure.
And so are you tightening it?
Yep. I have a question. Do you have a tuner app on your phone?
Yes, I do.
Since my phone is currently being in use over there. Whoops.
Okay.
flat still. I read that wrong because my tuner reads the opposite way. There we go. This is the one where it always gets funny is when you get the third string. It's all the way up here. It's not back at the bottom like the other ones. There we go. There we go. That's pretty close. Alright. So yeah, now
Cool.
that we
I
have
didn't
that.
know my phone did that.
Yeah, isn't that cool what you learn
Yeah.
with technology? Woo, technology. Alright, so. Actually, I should hold the pick right. My fingers. My fingers. Okay, so this is the problem with me with guitar. There we go. My fingers are too wide that they sometimes hit the other strings or don't cover them almost exactly right. So that's my issue, and that's why I like electric bass, is because usually the strings are a little bit more spread out.
Because aren't there only like 4 strings on the bass?
You can have a 4 or a 6 string bass, but yeah, I
Okay.
mainly worked with a 4 string.
Yeah, I think mine's a 4 string.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe I should give you lessons too on that sometime,
That'd
huh?
be great. I would honestly love that. Because I've done some plunking away on my mom's guitar, but it hasn't been more than a few notes.
Yeah,
I think I played Hot Grass Spawns.
that's always a great one to start off with. That's a classic.
Yes.
All right, so let's get forming this E chord.
Okay, so third fret, or string, third string, first fret.
Yep.
And then,
Your middle finger is gonna go up on the top one here, and then the ring one's gonna go right behind it.
oh, okay.
Cause yeah, I learned that the hard way. I was like, oh, I'm struggling. Yeah.
Ooh.
So that's an E chord. How does that sound? Yeah. So that's an E chord. So then you want to know what a flamenco F is? You move all this down 1 fret.
Okay.
So your third finger will be in the 2nd fret, or your pointer finger will be in the 2nd fret, and then-
It was here.
Yep.
Okay.
and then you slide down a little too much.
Third fret. Okay. Up, and 5th and 4th.
String. So
Okay.
then that's gonna be flamenco F.
Sounds like a Spanish.
And I think the way that we're supposed to play it too is where you count these 2 out, so you just try and strum up to the 4th string,
Okay.
3rd string, sorry. So, yep. Perfect.
Okay.
And then try strumming up to here and stopping here.
That
So,
or
go-
include.
Yep, so you include the 3rd string.
Okay.
So, a good technique is to strum and stop all the way here. So just
Oh. Just hold it on the string.
just so.
Oh, okay.
Because there are certain chords that you'll learn to play where you can only play it on a few strings and not all of them.
Ah.
But for E, I've come to find that it sounds fine if you are to just do it all the way down, but with flamenco F, it doesn't sound the way it's technically supposed to.
So
Yeah. And then what's really nice about flamenco G is that's just open.
just completely open?
Yeah.
Nice.
So, if we were going to be learning the, actually, let's just go into moving chords before we go into flamenco mood, so then we're getting used to moving.
Okay.
So we're gonna start out on our E chord.
Okay, so third and. Okay.
So then we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna slide down 1 fret to F. Yeah. And then we're gonna go to open.
So.
And then you're gonna go back to flamenco F. And then slide up to E. Yeah.
Cool.
So I'll have you practice that on your own for a little bit, just so then, because I know sometimes the chords is the longest thing to get used to, is the coordination, because it's so many more fingers. Then I'm gonna quickly click on this because I can see it already starting to dim. View, attack. Cool.
So. Okay. So we're E. Do I go all the way?
Try stopping at the 4. Yeah. So try just going and playing all the way up until 3 and stopping on 2.
Yep. F was up.
Yeah. And open.
So with the open, was it all the way or just to E?
I think I would just continue
Okay.
stopping on 2.
Okay.
So let's give that a shot again.
Okay.
And this time we'll go super slow with like a metronome.
And it is like 2 beats.
Yeah.
straight.
So
Okay.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Okay.
Alright. 1, 2, ready, go. Slide down to F. F, open, F. Oh, down to, so it's open for 1 for 2 beats, and then go back to F for another 2.
Okay.
So then we go to, we're on E. There we go. So there's F.
This is F.
So then F, and then up to E. Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
So, wanna do that again?
Yeah, let's do that one more time, and then we'll try and get the chords down here.
Okay.
So, alright. 1, 2, ready, go. It's okay, take your time.
There Oh, yep. Right. Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
chords are a little bit more tougher to learn, but you're getting them.
Yeah.
So let's try out flamenco duet since we're almost out of time actually.
Okay.
So for flamenco, we're gonna do E, 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 F, 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 E, F, E, F, E, E, F, E.
Okay.
So, it's a lot of, it's kind of like the same layout as this.
Yeah.
The only thing that might be a little bit of a struggle is sliding from E to F.
Yeah.
So what I would just
This is
recommend is, this is E, F, E. So yeah, I would try sliding your fingers as much as possible.
Yeah.
For that part especially, because that could be the harder part. And then once you get comfortable sliding, try picking up your fingers.
Yeah.
because then that'll make it sound cleaner.
Okay.
But yeah, let's give it a shot.
Okay.
So. Open G. Just one open G.
Oh.
So just G, then F.
Oh, that's an E.
And then you slide up to E. E, F, E.
Okay.
And then one more time.
Okay. So from the start?
Yeah, let's give it a shot.
Okay.
So,
And I'm following this part?
yep, you're gonna
Yes.
follow this part down here. So,
That's where I got mixed up earlier.
oh yeah.
Okay, so
1, 2, ready, go. Oh,
wait. Okay.
Open G, then to F.
Down here?
Yep.
Okay.
F, then slide up to E, F,
Ooh.
I think you might not be holding this one down.
Okay, there we go.
There you go.
There we go.
Then F, E, back up to E. And then one more time. E, slide down to F. And then back up to E.
Yep.
Yeah! Alright,
Cool.
let's give it one more shot.
Yeah.
And then this will be your homework for next time I see you.
Cool.
Alright. So, again, we'll take that. I'll try and take it slower.
Okay.
So,
We're starting on an E.
yep,
Yes,
starting
E.
on E.